Hello friends, welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to talk about Git and GitHub. First, we are going to learn why we use Git. And I want you to know that Git and GitHub is completely different things. So Git is a software that we install in our system. So GitHub is basically the online version of Git. First, we are going to understand how to use Git. For this tutorial, I have created two folders. One is local and one is server. Local folder has 3 files. There's another folder server which has also the same files. So now let us understand how to use Git. So first I'll go into local folder, this folder, CLS to clear the screen, dir. So we have these files here. What I'll do in order to initialize Git, in order to use Git in our project, we just need to do this Git init, and an empty Git repositories has been created. The status, like what are the changes and everything, you should type, and you get this weird looking output. But I'll tell you what it means and etc. things. But before that, we are going to shift to VS Code and we are going to go to extensions. This one, source control button, we need it. We need this extension. I'll click on it and you can see U. This means untracked files. Now what are untracked files? Listen to me carefully. That Git doesn't know anything about this file. It doesn't know anything about this file. These files are new to Git. Even if I do changes to it, these files are new to Git. That's the meaning of untracked. So in order for Git to know that this is a file, in order to track this file, what we do is we do git add. Every time we initialize git init, this command stages all the files. Now we can commit. If I do a change in this file, you can see this appears. So Git now knows about this file, how was the file earlier, and what changes we are trying to do in this. So this is how Git knows, by git add. If I create a new file in here, d.html, it will be untracked because Git doesn't know anything about it. Okay, let's rename it and change the file type to text. So this file is untracked. Okay, even if I do anything, I do anything, I close it, I open it, I do anything, Git doesn't know, it's not highlighting. But if I change the staged file, Git knows it. As soon as I save it, I get a new status which is modified. So Git knows that I have modified this file. To know these things through CMD, you can just use the commands and it will give you a long status of your current repository. So now these files are tracked. Changes not staged for commit. These files are not staged. Untracked files. These files are not tracked. To better visualize it, source control button, which we installed earlier. If you click this, it's available here. Okay, I've just changed the view a little bit, but it's available here. Source control button. You can see everything here. Things are changed. Okay, there are two changes, two files. In a.html, I added this line. The file is untracked. So these are the changes, two changes. Stage these changes or discard. Using this button, I can either stage the changes, discard all changes, and open changes. Okay. Now for now, I'll just click on this. And these files are staged. Now let's understand how and what is a commit. So a commit means this temporary changes that I did to my files. Now I'm gonna make it permanent. So how to make it permanent? Just a command git commit -m and a message. You can type in anything here. Like I changed, I created a new text file. So after I hit this command, what happens is tells you 4 files changed, 30 insertions. I'll get back to this later. I just want you to understand the different statuses that I've mentioned from this part. Now we'll understand how we can connect a local project to a server project. How to connect this local one to the server one. Here comes the role of GitHub. This is local and this is our server. What happens is we do changes here. We cannot directly shift the changes. We need something, a communication protocol, a pipeline from which we travel and the changes come here. So due to this, we need a GitHub online Git version. So what happens is we do changes in the local, we push the changes here, and then from here we pull the changes to the server. As simple as that. So what is this? This is GitHub. This is GitHub. Okay, just accept the fact that this is GitHub and we need this because we cannot directly shift our local changes to the server. For now, just accept. Rather than GitHub, I'll call it origin. Okay, so this is origin. Now let us understand how to get this origin. I'm going to go to GitHub. So I have an account. If you want to create one, you can just create. You just have to go to repository, create a new. I'll call it Git tutorial. Nothing to add in this, and I'm gonna create. After creating the repo, what you need to do is by default SSH will be selected. You just click on HTTPS, copy this URL from here, and just do git add origin and paste this URL and hit enter. I've already added it, so I got this. Now what you have to do is just do this git. If you get something like this after doing git push origin main, just go here and click on publish branch and then you just have to log in, and after then a window will be appearing and you'll get something like this. Now what you have to do is, if you type get status, it will show you something like this. On branch main, your branch is up to date with origin main. So now what happened after we did these steps is, now the local and the origin are copied, cloned of each other. Now if I go here and I refresh the page, I'll see this a.html, b.html, c.js, and d.txt. So this was it. Now if I do any changes, let's do a change. I'll open a.txt. I'll remove this line test.txt, save the file, and now let's check in the source control button. As you can see, there's a modification. I'll stage the change and do another commit. Remove line. Now I press commit. As you can see here, a commit has been created. Now what you need to do is sync changes. What does this means? So let's get back to the terminal. Now if I did get status, it will say on branch main, your branch is ahead of origin by one commit. My local has a change that my origin doesn't have. So if I open a.txt here, you'll see test still exists. Now what I have to do, I have to update this local changes on my origin. Okay, how to do it? Just do git push, and yeah, after running git push, what happens is origin gets updated. So if I click a.txt again after refreshing, test is gone. Okay, I hope you understand what is happening. Okay, so as you can see here, sync changes is also gone. So this was like committing, staging, and origin. So origin is our this thing. Now we'll in the next part we'll be discussing what is this server, and then we'll also discuss what are branches once we get back to the server. Now the main thing comes, okay, the server part. Now as you can see, local has updated a lot. a.html has been changed, b.html has changed, c.js is as it is, a new file is there, d.txt. Now what we are going to do, we're going to go to server, and now we want to update the server. So the server has some files. We're just going to delete it. We are initializing the server for the first time. I'm going to open another terminal. First, I'll rename this terminal if I have possible. Okay. I've opened another terminal. I'll just rename this terminal so that you are not confused. This is local. I hope you're able to see the screen. This is server. Cool. The local in the, I'll just go to server clear ls. Okay, cool. Currently our server is empty. Our local is as this files. Now I'll go in the server, is go to my origin. Okay, click on this, copy the URL and paste it here with this command git clone. Paste the command here, press enter. What happened is the origin, the file that which were on the origin get copied here to the server. So as you can see, inside of this server we have this folder. Let's look through this. Now this is okay. I'll just zoom in a little bit so that you can, yeah. So this is our local, this is our server. Now in the server, a new folder appeared, which is our repository, which is our project. Okay, and it has the file, also this hidden file. We'll talk about it later, but for now you just need to know that this file is the main thing which keeps track of everything. So within our server, what I'll do, I'll just clear the screen, cd git tutorial. So our repo has this name. I'm inside of this folder. Now what I'll do git status. On branch main, your branch is up to date with origin. Okay. Now the code which was on the origin, GitHub, get copied into our server folder. I hope you are catching this. If you are not, you can just comment and I'll try to explain in the comment section. Or is open the local again. I'll do a change. I'll remove the feature B. Okay, I removed it. As you can see, there are two repositories in separate folder. I am not concerned about this, but I'm concerned about this. So the local one, I have a change b.html. I'll just stage it. Let's do it through the terminal now. If I run the command status, it will give me this one. Change is not staged for commit. So I'll just do git add dot, which means add everything, every changes. Clear git commit -m. I hope you're able to see my -m removed feature 2. Enter. So now there's a commit. So let us see the graph. Okay. So there's another commit. Where are the changes? Okay. The changes are here. Now the next thing what we do in the cycle is reflect the changes to the origin. The server doesn't know local, the local doesn't know the server. We shift the changes from local to the origin. So how we are going to do it is simple. Just git push, because what is the origin? Origin is this. Now what we did in the change, In order to see it, just go here, click here, click here. We just remove this line in the change. Okay, feature 2, we remove it. So let us see if this origin has a change. No, the origin doesn't have the change. So what we need to do is we need to get here, git push. Run the command git push, and now this file will have change. I'll click on this, I'll open the file, and you can see the changes are here. Now let us see if the server has the change. I'll go to server, git tutorials for our project. I'll click on b.html, and as you can see, the feature is not removed. So this is our local, where the feature is removed. This is our server. So in order to reflect the changes in the server, what I need to do, I need to open the server terminal. Let's do this. Git status. Git status is the best command, okay? But the output says your branch is up to date with origin. But is it so? If you open the file, there is still feature 2. But if I go to the origin, the feature 2 is not there. So why is this happening? It's because all of these devices are not updated with each other. If a change happens here, this doesn't know. If a change happens here, this doesn't know. What we need to do so that this server knows that there is some change in this origin. How will this server know that please check if the origin is updated or not? So what we are going to do, we are going to do git fetch. Git fetch with an argument minus minus all. If I press enter here, now what will happen? After running this command, what happens is this thing communicates with each other and tells the Git that there is some update. Now if I did git status, press enter, you'll get something like this. Your branch is behind origin main by one commit. So after running this command, Git knows that there is some change, but the changes are still not copied. Okay, the changes are still not copied. We need to copy it. So how we can copy it? So what we do is to copy the change from origin to server, we do git pull. Press enter, and you can see changes. Now our server got an update. Okay, if we open b.html file again, you can see the change happened. I hope you understand. This thing was really important. So let us now understand what is branching in Git. So currently our code is at this stage. Rather than calling it stage 1, let me call it main. M-A-I-N. Main. Now if we do a commit, we shift to this state. Main plus. Okay, main plus 1. If we do another commit, we shift to this state. Let us learn the concept of branching and why it is important. So at the state of main, which I don't want to disturb this thing. I don't want to do commits on this. I want to do commits on some other thing so that this is safe. So what I do, I just create a branch from main. I'll call it dev. I just created a branch. This is not a commit. Okay, this is a branch. This is a branch. Now what? I do code in dev branch and I do a commit. After doing a commit, what this becomes? Dev plus 1. If I did the commit once again, this becomes dev plus 2. Okay. Now what if I want to update this code, this commit to the main? Nothing. What I'll do, I'll run a command and automatically all the commits from dev will come to main. So practically, so what will be happening is this will be copied to main. That's simple. And then main will become main plus 1, main plus 2. So let us understand this practical approach rather than now. Currently, I'm on a local. I've opened a.html. To know how many branches are there in our repo, you just have to run this command, git branch. In our repository, there is only one branch, which is named main. So how to create a new branch? You just have to run this command, git branch dev. Press enter. If you run git branch again, press enter. A new branch is there. A star in front of main means we are on a branch main. Now how to shift to this dev branch? You just have to run this command, git checkout dev. Press enter. You'll get a message, switch to branch dev. So how to know if I'm on a branch dev? Run this command again, git branch, press enter. And as you can see, I'm on the branch dev now. So what does this mean? That means if I do any changes, any number of commits on this dev branch, we have two copies of our repositories. One is on the main and one is on the dev. If I do commits on dev, it will not affect main. If I do commits on main, it will not affect dev. I'll do a change on this file, change in dev. I save it. I'll run this command, git status. Now what this message says, on branch dev, I'm on the branch dev. How I got to dev is using this command, change is not staged. I've modified a.html, no changes added to commit. Then what I'll do a commit, update, press enter. Okay, Before committing, I have to actually add the, I have to stage everything. So git add and then git commit, press enter, and there is a commit. Press this source control button. Now there is this thing. Okay, there's a comment update. Now there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 commits, but if I hover on over this, you will see main. The branch is main. If I hover over this commit, the branch is dev. What does this mean? We are currently on this stage where we have added a commit to dev. Now the next step, we'll check our origin if there is any change here. We'll refresh it and we'll click on this and there is no branch. Why? So if you do view all, there is no branch. And why does this happen? As I told you earlier, this local and these three things doesn't know each other. When this update, we need to manually tell this that there is an update, bro. So how to update our origin? How to tell our origin that there is some change? What we do is either you can click on this publish branch or you can do git push. Now, if you do git push, it will give you something like this. Just copy this command, paste it here. Now, branch dev set up to track origin dev. So if I go here, if I refresh this page, I get a new branch. If I click on here, it tells me this branch is one commit ahead of main. So why does it tell this? Because I have updated a.html. So if I click here, there is an update. Check in dev. Okay. If I go back to main, if I click on a.html, there is no change. Why? Because the updates are only on dev branch. The origin knows. The origin knows that there's a new branch, main dev, main dev, but the server still doesn't know that there is a branch, a new branch. How we can tell the server that there's a new branch? Just open the server terminal, get into the server, do git status, but this will not do anything yet because the server still doesn't know what the matter happened. We do git fetch minus minus all. Now on the server, if I run git branch after running git fetch all, I see only the main, but I can check out to dev branch. So if I did this git checkout dev, branch dev set to track origin dev, switch to new branch, and now if I run git branch, I'm on dev branch. Cool. But normally on the server side, we don't stay on the dev branch, we stay on the main branch. So I'm gonna recheck out to main. Now imagine there is a tester in your organization. He tested this code and now he tells you to push this code to main. Okay, this code has been tested and you need to push this code on main. So how you gonna do it? You just have to go into your local git branch, know on what branch you are, then go to git checkout main, type this git checkout main, we'll switch to main. Then what you need to do, git merge dev, press enter and you'll get something like this. Now what happened here is that this a.html got updated. Whatever code which was there on dev got merged into main. How we know this? We go to the source control and we go to this, we press here and we, rather than using auto, we'll do main and press enter. Okay, you'll see all the commits to the main. So the main thing got a new commit update. Okay, and we are on the branch main. Okay, this is how we merge code from dev. And now what happens here? This tells us there is some changes on our local that is not updated on the origin, but we'll do it later. Now just a recap, git checkout dev. I'm on the dev branch now. I'll do a commit. I'll change this after the change. I'll git add, then git minus m update on dev. Then there is a change in the dev. I did a commit on dev. It's not reflecting because I'm watching the main. If I go to dev, I have an extra commit which is not on main. I'll click here. I'll rewatch the main branch which doesn't have the commit. What I have to do in order to have the changes from dev branch, to move the changes from dev branch to the main branch, I just have to git checkout main. Now I'm on the main branch. It tells me that I'm ahead of this origin main, but it doesn't matter. Then I'll do git merge dev. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press enter and this says me the statuses. And now if I go here, and as you can see on the main branch, I have the commit now. Oof, this was a long stuff. But yeah, I hope you understood what this dev and main mean. Understand this. This was our main. From this, we can create multiple branches. We can do commits here, n number of commits and commits and commits. And we can later merge this So this is how things happen. We are going to look at complex examples, don't worry. But this server doesn't have any change up till now. As you can see, if I do get status here. So I did 2 commits, but server doesn't have any changes. And nor the origin. The origin also doesn't have. So I'll refresh this. So the origin doesn't have any commits yet. So what I'll do, I'll just do git push. After doing this git push, the commits will be out. You can see the commits here. Okay, update on that. This commit. Okay, this git push. Now my origin is updated from my local. The origin is updated. Now I have to update the server. In order to update the server, I'll go in the server terminal. I'll do git fetch minus all. After doing this, I get the changes. Now I'm gonna do git pull. After doing this, the changes are reflected in the server side. So what file I changed is, I think this. Yeah, so the changes are left. So yeah, this was all about this dev main stuff. I hope you understand. Let's move on to the next part. So I hope, friends, you are able to understand, like, you got some of the concepts which are really important in Git, like staging file, commenting, branching, and etc. stuff. Now the next part is about practice. And you're not gonna learn anything if you don't practice. So you need to practice a lot. Now let's move on to the main thing on like how actually this happens. Now there was only one developer, which is Leo. Okay, let us move on to the board and let us understand some things. Okay, this part is really important, so make sure you watch this carefully and listen to my words carefully. So currently we have, okay, let's get to the white. Currently we have this main branch. In our current scenario, there was only one developer, which is Leo. Okay, but what if we have multiple developers in our organization, X, Y, Z? So now we have 2 developers in our organization, and there is a branch main. Leo gets a task 1, add a line in a.html. At the same time, XYZ got a task, who is also a developer. He got a task 2, which he needs to do add a line in b.html. Now let us understand how this is gonna happen. From this main branch, our developers are gonna work. I'll tell you the exact scenario. In order to understand this, we will be deleting our local branch. Now our local folder is deleted. Let's open another terminal. Now let's rename this terminal to Leo local. Let's have another terminal and rename this to XYZ local. Okay, so there are 3 parties now: the server, Leo, and XYZ. Now how this thing will be happening, how the developers are going to complete their task. First, let us see what Leo going to do. Leo is going to go to the origin, refresh the page, go to this code, copy this, paste. He will run this command, git clone, and paste this thing. Okay, before this, we need to separate the things because it's going to copy the same. So let us create a folder, Leo, and okay, no, XYZ. Okay, now there are 2 stuff. So Leo is going to go into his PC, Leo. I'm sorry, I think I should do local. Leo local. Okay, this terminal is in Leo local, means his own system. Let's rename this folder also to local, and then let's move our XYZ to his folder. Okay, now everything is cool. Now Leo is gonna go onto his local and he's gonna run this command, git clone, and press enter. Now Leo has the code. At the same time, XYZ is gonna run the command as well. Press enter. XYZ had the code, Leo has the code. What happened? Leo has its main. Let's give it. This will be our origin. Let's name it. This will be our origin. Move it little close. And this will be our server. Server has this main part. Also, our XYZ also has this main. Now what will happen? What task Leo has? Add a line in a.html. What he does is, by the rule, he cannot directly do changes on this main branch. He is not allowed to do it. Okay, this is the rule. So what he does is, he first checks what branches are available. In order to get the branch, you need to go inside the project. So git, this is the project. He'll go inside the project. He'll do ls. He got the files. He'll run git status. He got the status and branch on main. Clear. Get branch to check to know what all branches are there. Okay, he got the branches main. Now what's going to happen is Leo is going to create his own branch in order to work. Leo will run this command and the branch will be created. So Leo has created a branch, feature Leo. Let's shift to the branch using this command, git checkout feature / Leo. So Leo is on the branch, feature Leo. Let us understand what happened just now. You have just created a branch from main, and the branch name is feature / Leo. These are on the same level. Leo is gonna work on a.html, and then he'll complete his task. Add a line in a.html. Come here, add a line in a.html. He'll save it. He'll close the file. What happened? This file is modified. So what he's gonna do? He's gonna stage the change. He's gonna do a commit. Task completed. Now Leo will check on what branch he's on. He's on branch feature Leo. The next step is to have this changes on the main. So in order for this branch to appear on the origin, we need to do git push. And after git push, we get this command, and that we have to run. Just copy and paste it, get push. So the origin now has the branch. Let us refresh. After refreshing, as we can see, we have the branch commented +1. Okay. To have this changes in our main. So GitHub directly gives us this option. We can either do this or the other way. I'll tell you the other way later. But yeah, we can just go here, pull request and new pull request, and then we have the compare changes thing. We select Leo here. Okay. Now what are the changes? This changes there. What's gonna happen? The changes from feature Leo will go to main. Create pull request. Add some description if you want, or just create it. After created, I've created the pull request. There are no conflicts. I will talk about this later. We'll just do this. I do anything, but we'll do merge pull request, and we do confirm merge. After doing so much of this, we got our changes on main. We got our commit here. I hope you understood what happened here. Now what happened is transferred the changes, the commit from feature Leo to main. So I'll draw an arrow to here, arrow here. But where we did this change, feature had this, then we shifted this feature branch to origin, feature Leo, okay. And then the feature branch had a commit. So what we did in the origin, we merged this code into main. So now main become +1. This is a little complex, just try to understand it. This is main. So main became +1 after merging. Okay, main become +1 at the origin, not on Leo's side nor on the server side. So what the next step is, Leo will log into the server. Leo will do fetch all. Leo will do pull, and the changes are reflected on the server. Here it is. Okay, now we'll go back to this. Now this changes. Now on the server side, the change happened, and the main is here, +1. Okay, up till now I guess everything is clear. Now in this whole thing, as you can see, the main on the Leo side is still not updated. He needs to update this. If he doesn't update this, he is at a loss. Because if he creates a new branch, it's gonna create from this branch, not this +1. So what Leo has to do next is to update his local main branch. And how he's gonna do it? He's gonna do, first of all, he's gonna check on what branch he is on. He's on this branch. He need to check out to main. Now after checking out, he gets the message and he just do git pull. You will be wondering why two commit. It's because one was the feature commit and the other is merge commit. So just forget about it. It doesn't matter. Just git pull. Just do it, git pull. And now what happened? Now Leo's main got the commit +1. Leo's main branch got the commit. So now everything is updated. But what about this XYZ? He doesn't have the branch. He doesn't have the commit. Okay. Now what this person has to do, the task 2 person, which has a task to add a line in b.html, what he's going to do, let us understand. Clear this terminal and get into the role of XYZ. Open his terminal. He's going to go into the project folder, tutorial. He's going to clear. And now, before starting the work, I'll just do git branch. See, what he has to do, the first thing, is do this git fetch -- all. If he doesn't do this, he'll not be getting the updates. He just have to do git fetch all and then status. He'll get the status. Now what he needs to do is git pull. If it doesn't pull, then he's at a loss because he'll not get the changes what Leo did and what's on the server. So it does git pull. Now after doing this, he gets the changes. Let's update it here. So he get the changes +1. Now what's gonna happen? In order to complete his task, he's gonna create a branch. Feature XYZ. He presses enter, he runs this command, and he has created a new branch. He'll do checkout to feature slash XYZ. Now he's gonna complete his task, line. After he completes his task, he's gonna stage, he's gonna do a commit, he's gonna press enter, and what's he's gonna do? He's gonna push, and he'll be getting this command, press it, execute this command, and then git push. No, okay. After executing this command, the origin will be having its branch. So as you can see, the branch is here, feature XYZ. Now what we're gonna need to do, we need to create a pull request and then new pull request and then from branch XYZ. Before that, before the pull request thing, let us just update this graph. So what he did, he created a new branch from here. Okay, not from here because he did pull. He created a branch from here. The branch name is feature XYZ and then he did a comment on this +1. Okay, now he wants to merge this new with main. I'll go here, create a pull request, select the branches from XYZ to main, create pull request, click on this, and then checking for no conflict with the base branch. Merging can be performed automatically. Merge pull request, confirm merge. At the origin, what happened? A new branch was created from main. The name of the branch is feature XYZ. A commit was added +1, and then now feature branch is pushed into the main branch, and now the main is +1. Main is here +1. Okay, I hope you are getting it. Cool. The main is +1. Now what's the next step? What we have to do is get this all changes that XYZ has done on the server. So what we have to do in the server, XYZ will be logging in into the server or by CI/CD pipeline, whatever is happening in that organization. He's going to do git fetch minus all on the server, and after that git status, and he got the message that by 2 commits just git pull, and the server has the updated code now. So as you can see, I did a line. Cool. So what happened here is +1. What this both person has to do. Now let us understand. What if Leo gets a new task and XYZ also gets a new task? Okay. Let us give them a task. Now his task is to add a line in a.html, but XYZ task is also add a line in a.html. Okay, both has the same task. Both have to work on the same file. Let us understand this how this scenario is gonna happen, and this is the last scenario. After that, after I explain this scenario, I'm gonna end this video. If you have any doubts, you can comment, and I'll create a video on it. And at the end, I'm also gonna give you a tool where you can practice this all things. Okay, I've opened this. You can use the tool. I'll tell it now only. You can use this tool. The website is this. You can practice Git commands here, and yeah, this is a useful tool. Okay, now what happens when Leo and XYZ get a new task? What Leo has to do? Let us see. Leo has to log in into terminal. Do Git. First, he has to check on what branch he is on. He's on main. Cool. Git fetch minus all. Then git pull if there is any comment. Yeah, there was a comment. So now what happened? Leo's main got this comment. Okay, I'll use different colors so that he got a new comment +1. He got a new comment, and then he's gonna create a branch from main, and what he's gonna name the branch is feature Leo 2. He created the branch. He's gonna check out to the branch. He's gonna do the changes, add a line. He did the change. He closed the file. He did git add git commit update by Leo, press enter. He did the commit. Now what will happen? Now in this scenario, Leo and XYZ are working simultaneously. Not like first Leo is gonna work and then XYZ. Okay. Leo did the comment, and now let us move towards XYZ. What XYZ is gonna do? He'll do get. First he gonna check on what branch he's on. He's still on the branch. He's gonna check out to main, and then he's gonna do git pull. Okay, He has the changes now. XYZ has the change. Will update the graph. Now, after this happened, Leo created a new branch, and the branch name is okay. This diagram is complex, but I hope what XYZ is gonna do is gonna do git pull. Already up to date. Cool. Now what XYZ will be doing is after this he's gonna add a line in a dot HTML. He did the task, okay. Now what we are gonna do is pause for a moment and check the file a.html on the Leo side. He add the line at line number 12, and then XYZ also added a line at line number 12. Add a line in a.html. Okay. So now both the developers worked on the same line. Now let us see what's gonna happen. Now I did get pull. Oh, now a mistake happened. Okay, I'll just do get status, and by mistakenly, what XYZ did, he modified the file on main branch, which he should not do. What he is gonna do, get restore order. So after running this command, all the changes are gone. Okay. So in order to confirm, yeah, the line has been gone. So what he's gonna do, get branch, create a new branch from main, and the feature branch name will be feature XYZ2. Okay, and he's gonna check out to the branch. Okay, and he's gonna add the line. Okay, he did the change, stage, commented. Okay, and then he's gonna push. Then he's gonna run this command in order to push. So let us see what's the scenario on the origin. So have this branch we will also at this time we also did get push. He executed this command. Now let us see what's gonna happen at the origin side. So Leo and both of them have worked on a branch, and now let us see what's gonna happen. Okay. First, what we are gonna do, we are gonna merge Leo's branch. We are gonna go to pull request, uh, create a new pull request, and then from branch Leo, and then we'll create a pull request, and then merge, from merge. Okay. Now what happened is Leo's branch got merged. Okay. Now let us see what will happen if we try to merge the branch of XYZ. Create new pull request from XYZ to create pull request, The branch has conflict that must be resolved. Okay, we get this message. So we can resolve the conflicts. So what had happened is Leo and this person, XYZ, had worked on the same line, as you can see here. So we need to modify this file, and we need to either keep this change or this change. So what we are going to do, the person who is solving the merge conflict is a smart person. He knows what to do. So we'll just copy this line and we'll paste it here. Okay. Okay. We click here and the branch is merged. Okay. And a.html has the change. Okay, I hope you understood what does a conflict means and how we resolve it. I will not be able to, but at the origin side, our main branch is +1. So what we are going to do on the server, we are going to go into the server and then do get status, which is to get fetch minus all, get pull. After this, our server gets updated. We go to a.html and we have this. Cool. So this was all about Git. Let's close this all. I'm gonna delete this repository. And yeah, this was all about Git. You can use this learn Git branching thing, and I hope you are able to understand what all things I explained. I do this in my organization, and sometimes what happens is conflicts are there, and then I'll explain to you one more scenario, an important scenario that happens. There is a main, two branches are created, feature 1 and feature 2. So this branch was created by Leo, this was created by XYZ. So what Leo does is Leo commits, so this becomes +1. At the same time, he also do +1. Now what happens is after X does a commit, and he puts it in the main. So main become also +1. Okay, this is I'll color it. And now, while Leo is working on a branch, okay, a branch, he does a commit, but now main also has a commit. So Leo needs that commit in order to work more. So what he does is he needs to pull that into his branch, and while pulling, he'll get some error message, and the yeah, while pulling, he'll get some error message that you can solve with ChatGPT. This that stuff is advanced stuff, and I'm gonna teach you later. So I hope you understand all the things, all the concept, all the things. I want you to use this thing. Okay, use this tool. It's very useful to learn Git. And thank you so much for watching this video. Have a wonderful day. And after I edit this video, it's quite the video is quite long after I edit it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and bye bye.